We are back, and here we are joined by Charlie Duncan, the superintendent over at Port Royal Golf Club.
Charlie, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Man, oftentimes these guys are the unsung heroes in the golf industry, man. I mean, Port Royal's been around a long time. One golf course is one thing. Charlie's got to manage, maintain, and employ a lot of people to take care of 3 golf courses. Charlie, tell us a little bit about how long you've been here and what you're doing over there at Port Royal.
I came to Hilton Head in 1996, so I've been at Port Royal for a while. Did a year at Shipyard, and been back at Port Royal since. So,
wow.
Yeah.
You've had a long stint there.
Yeah, yeah.
And the courses get a lot of play, so I imagine there's considerable maintenance that needs to go into keeping those tracks.
Yeah, and it's
standard.
It gets tough. They're old, and we redid greens about 10 years ago, and always doing some sod work here and there.
You said prior to coming on, you had mentioned that you guys have already gone through the overseed process for the greens on all 3 courses.
We have done the greens. We haven't done tees or fairways, but we are through with the greens, and it's starting to pop.
Always good to have that out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, we just decided to get it done a little bit early. We've got a bunch of events in October, and the weather's been really good. So
one of those events, I understand, is that you're bringing back. We just talked about it. One of the majors on Hilton Head Island, the Riley's invitation.
Yeah,
it's a big one.
My good buddy Tom Riley over there, and his big 30-plus year event here on the island.
Yeah, the marketing team's real excited about that, and I think we're going to be a great venue for them. They'll be in the same place, and I think it's going to work out great for them.
And contrary to when I played there, I think 10 or 11 years ago, you had it there, but we had to play Planters Row.
The tight one.
Man,
yeah.
When you're enjoying some of the Riley spirits, those tight fairways at Planters go from like bowling alleys to
closets.
Closets.
Yeah, thin to thinner.
Yeah. So you're doing Barony and Robbers Row.
Right, which is much more player friendly. So I think they'll have a good time. Yeah.
Great.
And not only do they do a great job on their golf courses, but their practice facility is great. Eddie, our man Eddie's out there all the time, working and keeping everything nice and tidy between the nice big putting green, nice little green with a bunker on it, a great little wedge area, and the size of the driving range. It really makes it, especially for the visitors to the island that are, staying at the Western or one of the other places rather close by. They can just jet right on over there, do some practicing, get back out to the beach or whatever else they need to do, or go to the outlets, whatever it is they need to do.
Yeah.
We built that short game area a few years ago, and it's pretty unique to the local golf courses. It's got some great, little pitching areas and 3 practice greens and practice bunkers. So.
And like I said, it's extremely. If you go over there and look at it, for those of our viewers that haven't done it, they really keep it meticulously, clean and very nice, and it makes it so it's that much more enjoyable when you're going there. And they've got different stations you can be working at for different distances, different flags on the green. So needless to say, we all could work on our short game from time to time, and Port Royal's a good place to do it.
Well, and that's something I've really been pleased to see more of in the last probably 5 or 10 years, and not only growing the interest in the game, but growing playability and the acumen. I mean, so because in the past, all we really saw from the amateur golfer is pounding drivers, pounding 3-woods, and then going straight to the first tee. But to have practice areas now to work on that short game, lower that handicap. I mean, the goal is to improve, isn't it?
I think that's why most people get out there and practice. Absolutely, they want to make themselves at times hit shots just like the pros do. And even though as much as we want to do it, we can't. We still have the drive and desire, so we get out there and do some practicing.
Well, it's hard to do that without working on it.
And we've got to make sure we mention that Charlie isn't the only employee over there at Port Royal.
It's a family affair, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Madeline is the director of retail for the courses here that Heritage has on the island. But the real ruler of the whole nest is the dog Sadie. Sadie comes to work with them every day, and the yellow lab runs it.
Sadie's running the show. You guys
we're just
at her beck and call.
That's it.
Anybody that has a dog probably feels pretty much the same
Yeah,
way.
anybody that has a yellow lab, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Charlie, I understand you guys are going to be overseeding your fairways in November.
We are. We'll be doing tees and fairways in November, which, for us, it's a little bit late, but we're so busy in October, and we don't like to be a cart path only, so we've kind of gone into November the last few years, and it's worked out great.
personally love the overseed because, you know, sometimes you get the doldrums in the winter. Everything's brown, everything's dormant. You're just thinking about that spring golf around, and then you look over, if you're driving down 278, you see that lush green, ride mode fairway, and you think, all right.
I mean, it's a beautiful grass, and it's a different texture than Bermuda grass. The ball sits
real
up.
Fine,
and,
You know, there's number 4 on the Barony right there staring at you, and you're just hoping nobody gets up there and hits a big slice of Rooski out into your car.
windshield.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's happened many times. I might have been one of them. You know, you guys, I mean, kudos to you. You've kept a pretty old facility, very up to date. The condition of the golf courses, the maintenance of the golf courses has always been top notch, and you know, your staff continues to prove that, you know, you guys can compete with anybody on the island here in terms of the number of players that you get year in, year out, and of course you're part of the Heritage Golf Collection, which doesn't hurt.
No, we've got some great properties.
Yeah, well, I understand you're a golfer too, so we got to come over and
knock it around,
test out those greens.
Yeah,
like we were talking about before, though, our time's so limited now. We're 9-hole guys.
Yeah, I got an hour and 45 minute slot.
That's all we got.
That's all I got.
Well, Charlie, that's all the time we have. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having me.
Head out to Port Royal to see those 3 beautiful courses. That's all the time we have this week. We'll see you here on Golf Weekly next week.